We're standing in the entrance to what used to be our day patient unit and is now our new intensive care unit, should we need it, for the COVID outbreak. We're standing in the junction between the existing emergency department and what will be the intensive care unit. And I just want to talk you through the flow of patients as they're going to come through this unit, which we've done so much work, and we're really pleased to be able to share with you now. Patients will come to the emergency department, which will be split. We will have a cleaned emergency department for patients who don't have any respiratory symptoms, but this section will have some patients with respiratory symptoms who might need to come to intensive care. If they need to come to the intensive care unit, they will come on a trolley through these doors and into our new intensive care unit, and they will come straight into what will be the room where we will do procedures to get them ready for intensive care. In this room, there will be an consultant intensivist and some staff to assist him or her. And what they will do here to the patient here is put an airway down their trachea to ventilate the lungs. They'll put a line in to allow us to give intravenous drugs and to monitor them. And they'll put a line into their artery to measure blood pressures and things like that. The patient will then get an X-ray before they're transferred out of this room and into the new intensive care unit. This room has to be specially clean or specially protected for staff, because some of the things that we do in here generate aerosols, and the staff need to be protected from that especially. And so that's why this room is very special. And this is where all the lines will go in. Then the patient will be transferred down the corridor into one of the beds. We've been training hundreds of staff this week on working this unit, because we obviously need more staff than we've had. The patients had their tube fitted, and they're ready to go into one of our ventilated rooms. And so I'm going to show you one of the rooms that we've got available for that here now. This room will take 2 patients on ventilators, and you can see it's set up with a ventilator, monitors. It will have pumps for infusions, and the patient will be here nursed by specially trained staff, and we'll have another patient when we're fuller over in that bed there as well. In total, this unit can take up to 15 patients, and this is in addition to our existing intensive care unit, which will continue to run, but not for patients with COVID, because we are still going to get other people who need intensive care services during this time. So we've set this unit up in 2 weeks, from looking like a day patient unit to becoming a proper intensive care. We're fortunate in Guernsey. We started with more intensive care beds in the UK per head of population, so we have about double the number of intensive care beds before we started compared to England, and that's because we can't easily transfer patients. Lots in the news today about ventilator numbers, and I just want to assure people that we're pretty well prepared for that, actually. In the UK, the NHS has ordered thousands of new ventilators, and that's been in the news today. When they get all those ventilators, they'll be in about the same position we're in now. So we're starting from a pretty good place for ventilator numbers, and we're trying to get more, of course. 2 weeks ago today, when we walked through this unit wondering if it could be made into a successful intensive care unit, there were still patients, day patients, having their treatment in this unit. And we've converted it to an intensive care unit in 2 weeks. And I can't tell you how impressed I am with the team that have managed to get that done.